Hey, hi, and welcome to the sixth module of this training. So, we are almost done with the 90% training, and I hope that now you are a lot confident about designing a hardware. Okay, so in previous video, we assembled the hardware, and I'm sure you enjoyed the assembly process. Now, our hardware is ready for testing purpose. So, this particular module is all about hardware testing, troubleshooting, and board bring up. Okay, so this module is actually divided in two topics. The first one is hardware programming process, and then the second one is hardware testing and troubleshooting process. Okay, so in the first topic, I will show you the detailed procedure to program the microcontroller, and in the second topic, I will show you the detailed process to test and troubleshoot the problems in the hardware. Okay, and always remember, hardware testing and troubleshooting is actually one of the most important skill, and how good you are at electronics, it is actually judged by your testing and troubleshooting skills. Okay, so if you just know how to design the hardware and if you don't know how to resolve the problems in the hardware, then you need to learn that skill because it's very important. Okay, so in second topic, I'm going to discuss the detailed procedure to test and troubleshoot the hardware, and I'm sure you will definitely enjoy that process. Okay, so once you complete this module, your confidence about hardware designing and testing will be on next level. Okay, so that's basically my promise. All right, so that being said, now let's start with the first topic of this module, which is hardware programming process. So now let me tell you what you're going to learn in the videos covered in this particular topic. Okay, so the first video is about Arduino IDE download and installation. So in this video, I'm going to show you the detailed procedure to download the Arduino IDE, and along with that, I'm going to show you the process to install the Arduino IDE. Okay, so all those things regarding the Arduino IDE we are going to cover in this particular video, and also I will explain you why we are downloading the Arduino IDE, although this particular training is completely dedicated to the hardware. Okay, so you will get the answer to this particular question in this video. Then the next video is about introduction to USB ASP programmer. So in this particular video, I am going to give you a brief introduction to USB ASP programmer. So you will get to know what's basically this USB ASP programmer is and what's the purpose of this USB ASP programmer in this training. Okay, then the next video is about introduction to USB to UART converter. So again, I will give you a brief introduction to USB to UART converter, and I will explain you what's basically the purpose of this USB to UART converter when we deal with the microcontrollers. Okay, so everything related to USB to UART converter will be discussed in detail in this particular video. Then the next video is about different methods to program Atmega 328 microcontroller. So there are actually, two different methods to program the code in the Atmega 328 microcontroller. And what are those methods and what's basically the steps which are involved in those methods? I'm going to discuss those steps in this particular video. Okay, so this video is all about the two different methods which we can use to program the code in the Atmega 328 microcontroller. Okay, then the next video is about understanding Arduino IDE method to program Atmega 328 microcontroller. So as I told you, there are actually two different methods to program the code in the Atmega 328 microcontroller, and the second method is actually the Arduino method. Okay, so in this particular video, I'm going to explain the detailed procedure which Arduino method uses to program the code in the Atmega 328 microcontroller. Okay, so the first method is actually the generalized method, and the second method I have named it as Arduino method because this particular method is actually used, to program the Atmega 328 microcontroller which is present on the Arduino Uno board. Okay, so all the Arduino Uno boards that you will see, on all those boards, this particular method is actually used. In the same way, we are going to implement this method in our hardware also. So you will get to know what's basically this Arduino method is. So I'm going to discuss every single thing about this particular method in this video in detail. Okay, so once we are done with this particular video, then the next video is about programming bootloader in Atmega 328 microcontroller using USB ASP programmer. So again, what exactly this bootloader is, you will get to know about this bootloader in detail in this particular video. And in this video, we are just going to program this bootloader in Atmega 328 microcontroller using USB ASP programmer. Okay. And once we are done with this particular video, then the next video is about programming first code in Atmega 328 microcontroller using USB to UART converter. So in this video, we are going to program the first code in the microcontroller, and that will actually validate, that will actually verify whether our controller section is working properly or not. Okay. So that's how basically we are going to cover this topic, and these are all the videos which we are going to cover in this particular topic, which is hardware programming process. So I hope that you will enjoy this particular topic, and all the information that I have given in this topic is actually very important, and you should know all this information whenever you want to design a custom Arduino board. Okay. Alright, so that's what I wanted to tell in this video. Now I will see you in the next video, which is about Arduino IDE download and installation process. Okay. So I will see you in the next video now.